This is an opportunity you wouldn't want to miss as a club. Well, ride with me. Let's find out in this episode of the Microwave Kicks. Hello, my guys. Welcome to another episode of the Microwave Kicks. Like I said, like I usually say, this transfer window, you're going to see the best side and the worst side of a particular club or different clubs per se. Now, there's a particular striker on the market, right, who is very, very high in demand. Last season, it was very, very close for him leaving Leipzig. You know who I'm talking about now, Benjamin Šeško. Few weeks ago or few days ago, Newcastle were balanced. Newcastle were not having any issues concerning striker issues or looking to go into the market and probably get a striker. They were settled. What they were looking for at the time was just, they were just looking for like a second striker, a replacement or somebody to, challenge Isak or something. All right, because they lost their previous their second striker, Wilson. Callum Wilson left the club, because his contract had expired and they needed somebody else at Newcastle. Now, Newcastle are in the market. Why? Because Isak came out with a statement that he wants to leave the club 3 days ago. So at this point, Newcastle are in the market right now to get another striker. And who are they looking at? Benjamin Šeško. Now, it's not only Newcastle that are interested in Benjamin Šeško. There's another club in the Premier League who are also interested in Benjamin Šeško. The red side of Manchester. Manchester United wants Benjamin Šeško as well. Now, it's going to be a very big battle between these two teams because obviously these two teams need a striker. Manchester United went the whole season without having a very good striker to finish up chances created by Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad, and the rest. Why Newcastle at this point going into the Champions League, they need a striker. They need a striker because of the kind of project. They need a striker because they know for you to strive in the Premier League, you need a striker. And the way they play over there in Newcastle, they play for the striker. All right. You don't have too many goals coming from defense or coming from defensive midfield. Their wingers, yes, apart from Anthony Gordon, you don't get their wingers scoring too much goals. Okay. So they need a striker because they play for their striker. So they need a striker to actually score goals. Now, why is this going to be a very big battle? Last season, Benjamin Šeško was wanted by so many clubs. Now, ride with me as I explain this to you. He was wanted by so many clubs. He signed a contract extension at Leipzig. Now, I think they had a gentleman's agreement because of the fact that Arsenal were actually interested, but they were put off because of the price. Now, he went to the owner. He had the gentleman's agreement that, okay, if we could get a contract, an offer of up to 80 million, 85 million, thereabouts, that you could leave. Remember, Ekitike went for 95 million euros. Now, he said 80 million will get him out of Leipzig. Arsenal were put up because of the price of 100 million, and probably they went for a different target in Victor Gyökeres. Now, it is the time of Benjamin Šeško to leave Leipzig. Now, one of the reasons why I like Benjamin Šeško is because of his physique. He's built for the Premier League. He's tall. He has the strength. He's fast. He's energetic. He has an eye for goal. He scores goals. That is the kind of striker that is suited for the Premier League. If you want to doubt me, let's talk about Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland and Benjamin Šeško has the same kind of physique. They are tall. They are fast. They are a goal poacher. They have a very good physique for the Premier League. And exactly the part Erling Haaland passed to the Premier League, that was the same part Benjamin Šeško is also passing to the Premier League. Remember, he came from Salzburg. All right, from Salzburg to the Bundesliga. Haaland went to Borussia Dortmund, while Benjamin Šeško went for Leipzig. So now they are passing the same route down to the Premier League. Now, would Benjamin Šeško end up in the rival of Manchester City, which is Manchester United? That's the red side of Manchester. Or will he move to the Magpies? That is Newcastle. Well, it remains to be seen. Now, this guy will bring so much into these teams. He will bring so much when it comes to physique, when it comes to goals, when it comes to build-up play, because teams nowadays love to have their striker drop in, build up with the midfield, and move forward and, score goals. That is how these two teams play. Their strikers are actually involved in their team build up. Benjamin Šeško is that kind of player that would love to be involved and that's always involved in team build up. And that's why I like the kind of striker he be. Now, how would this guy be important for these two teams? Now, let's start with Manchester United. They need a striker. Haaland was not giving in the best last season. This is an opportunity Manchester United cannot afford to miss because of how good this guy is. This is the kind of person, this is the kind of striker that will guarantee you 20 goals per season if it comes to Manchester United. Who will convert those chances being created by Mbeumo, being created by Matheus Cunha, being created by Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad, and the rest of them? This is the kind of player that would bury those chances. Now, Manchester United have lost the opportunity to sign players like Osimhen. They've lost the opportunity to sign players like Victor Gyökeres. Now, this is an opportunity for them to sign an early striker, a striker that is going to do well for them, a striker that is going to deliver, a striker that is coming with so much, reputation to his name, a player that is coming with so much promise, a player that is coming with so much dream, to his name. Because at this point, this is a striker that he has learned the ropes. He has played for Salzburg. He has played in the Champions League. He has learned the ropes. He has learned how to be a very good striker. He has done well also in the Bundesliga. So this is a striker Manchester United cannot afford to miss. All right. Now, yes, they don't have Champions League football. Manchester United does not have Europa League football. I understand that for a fact. But when it comes to statement of intent, when it comes to letting your fans believe in your project, when it comes to letting your fans understand what you're trying to build, when it comes to letting your fans know that you are signing players for this project, you're signing players for this coach, you're making them believe in the foreseeable future about this club, then Benjamin Šeško is a player currently on the market for you to go for you to sign. Arsenal just made a statement of intent by signing Victor Gyökeres. Chelsea are making statement of intent by signing multiple players, that is going to deliver for them. Arsenal, Gyökeres, like I just said, Liverpool are already making statement of intent by signing Ekitike for a whooping 95 million. Also, they signed Vlahovic, for 100 million plus, over 120, 150 million plus to sign Vlahovic. They are also interested in signing Alexander Isak. That is a statement of intent for a club who just won the Premier League. Now, let's go back to Manchester United. For a club who finished 14th or 15th on the table, you are supposed to spend big on the most important role in the pitch, which is the striking position for Manchester United now. Because Zexi and Haaland is not up to half of what you have of Benjamin Šeško. Let's be honest. Yes, you understand that he doesn't have Premier League experience. Manchester United won Premier League experience and all of that. I understand. But let's be honest here. He's young. He's fast. He has pace. He's energetic. He has a very good career prospect ahead of him. So this is the best move for Manchester United. He's not going to cost too much. He's not going to demand 300k. He's not going to demand too much because Manchester United now clearly would not go for Isak. Isak self would not even want to go to Manchester United because of European tournaments, salaries, sign-off fee and everything. This Benjamin Šeško will only cost Manchester United a fraction of over 70 million. And this is the player they should go for. It shows the ambition of the club. It shows that this club is ready to work. It shows that this club is ready to sign players for the manager. Imagine having Mbeumo who scores goals. Imagine having Matheus Cunha who scores goals and make assists. Imagine having Benjamin Šeško who scores goals and make assists, and Bruno Fernandes behind them who scores goals and make assists, and also Ahmad. So definitely you are guaranteed Champions League place for the next season. It's clear. It's certain. Because when you have those quality players ahead of you, in around the club, it's actually boosts the creativity. It boosts the chances of the club going into next season, going into qualifying for European places, going into winning domestic cups. This is the kind of player Manchester United should actually go for. He's not going to demand 300k, like I said. So it is in Manchester United hands at this point to, get this deal done. And at the end of the day, you see, at this point, you will be having a striker who will compete with the likes of Erling Haaland. Trust me. If Manchester United pull that check up and sign Benjamin Šeško, this is the best bet for Manchester United. This is the kind of player they want to get into their squad. This is the kind of player that is suitable for a long-term project. And I just wish and I hope Manchester United fans understand what I'm saying, not in the space of sentiment, but in the space of, making it clear, no sentiments, just making it clear what I think. Tell me what you think about Benjamin Šeško. Tell me what you think if Benjamin Šeško will suit the Manchester United project. Tell me what you think if this is a player Manchester United should go for. Share your thoughts in the comments. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Now let's move to the next story concerning a Nigerian. A Nigerian who is currently the best player in Africa, but no club is actually coming for him. Let's not talk about age because because Arsenal just signed a player who's 27. Now, Lookman, is interested in making a move, to Juventus. Now, Juventus are the only club right now interested in signing Ademola Lookman. Now, let's read. According to Fabrizio, he said, this week will be very crucial for Lookman's deal. We are in talks for Ademola Lookman. We want him and we also respect Atalanta. In 2 to 3 days, we hope to proceed and be able to get the deal done. Otherwise, we will move and focus on other players. So Juventus actually want Ademola Lookman in their squad. This is a player that has lit up the Italian league. Very good winger, scores goals, make assists, perform against even the best. Look at what he did against the Real Madrid in the Champions League. He performed very well, he even scored a goal. So this is the kind of player you need in the club. The best player currently in Africa should not be having too much drag of a deal, to move to another club. Juventus, like it or not, are one of the biggest clubs, in the Italian league, and making this move for a league he already understands, making this move for a club who I think they qualify for the Champions League. This is a player they need, for their wings, for their team as per se. Ademola Lookman should make this move, and Atalanta should not hold him back because this guy has sacrificed a lot for this club. This guy has delivered so much for this club, and I think it is the right time for them to actually allow Ademola Lookman leave, because he's going to upgrade the Juventus team. Juventus are a very good team. They have good quality players around them, but they need players that will deliver goals from all quarters, from the midfield to the wings to the attack to the starting number 9. They need quality players, and I trust Ademola Lookman would probably definitely add a lot to this Juventus team. This is a very good player who can play in the attacking midfield number 10 role, who can also play in the wings, and he scores goals, he delivers. He doesn't complain, he doesn't murmur. This is a very good player, and I think, trust me, it's not going to cost more than 50 million. Trust me, according to what Atlanta wants per se, and I think this is a player that will suit the Juventus type. So tell me what you think about Ademola Lookman. Tell me what you think about all the stories I'm giving out today. Share your thoughts in the comment. Always comment. Always share your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video so that others can also see it. Always, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Hit the like button. Share this video, most importantly. Please subscribe. Let's go as a family. Let's become bigger. Let's become better. So I come away again next time. I know your boy Mike Way. Stay cool. Cheers.